You're watching Teen TV, an official episode of Fact or Fiction, a Nick Ransom production. There are several ways to get involved with Teen TV. First of all, there's Twitter, and the address for our account is twitter.com/UKTeenTV. Then there's our Facebook page, and you can find that at facebook.com/pages/UKTeenTV/106997939361119. If you want to contact us, all your fan mail, pictures and messages should go to teentv@live.co.uk. Our website is teentv.media.officelive.com, and of course, our YouTube channel is youtube.com/UKTeenTV. Hello and welcome to Fact or Fiction, the brand new Teen TV game show that turns your mind inside out. Let me explain Fact or Fiction. We have a total of 24 boards, and all of them have a total of 4 true or false statements on. Your challenge is to figure out if it's a fact or it's just been made up by one of my researchers. Basically, true or false. 6 episodes in this series, meaning 4 boards per week. But I think it's about time we got on with it, so let's crack on with board 1. Okay, here is your first statement. The youngest pope was only 10 years old. Second one, the original colour of Coca-Cola was green. Third statement, fingernails grow faster than toenails. And the fourth one, in non-leap years, the exact middle of the year is July the 2nd. Okay, those are the statements, and now it's time for you to figure out if they're fact or fiction. Okay, it's time for the answers. The first statement was, the youngest pope was only 10 years old. That is complete nonsense. That's false. The second statement is, the original colour of Coca-Cola was green. That is also false. The third statement was, fingernails grow faster than toenails. That's true, yeah, they do. And the fourth statement on this first board was, in non-leap years, the exact middle of the year is July the 2nd. That's also true. Okay, let's now advance to board number 2. Okay, the first statement on this board is, the second most common letter in the alphabet is T. Is that fact or fiction? The second statement is, the first couple in the White House were called Adam and Eve. The third statement is, the only even prime number is 2. And the fourth statement is, a jiffy is a unit of time. I can now give you time to figure out if they're fact or fiction. Okay, the answers. The first statement was, the second most common letter in the alphabet is T. Yes, it is, after E. The second statement was, the first couple in the White House were called Adam and Eve. No, we made that up. So false. Okay, the third statement is, the only prime number is the number 2. That's true, but any more even numbers will be multiples of 2, so they can't be prime numbers. The fourth statement was, a jiffy is a unit of time. That is also true. A jiffy is a 100th of a second. So if you say you're going to be back in a jiffy, that means like you'll be back in 100th of a second, which is quite impossible. Okay, let's advance to board number 3. Okay, the first statement on this board is, the word girl never appears in the Bible. The second statement is, if a month starts on a Sunday, it will contain a Friday the 13th. Statement number 3. Nottingham Forest have won the Champions League twice. The fourth and final statement on this board is, there are more germs on a toilet seat than a car steering wheel. Okay, you now have time to figure out if they're fact or fiction. Time up. Okay, let's go through the answers. Statement 1 was, the word girl never appears in the Bible. That's false, that one. But it does appear a couple of times, so that means that statement is false. The second statement, if a month starts on a Sunday, it will contain a Friday the 13th. If you worked that statement out, it ends up as true. Okay, the third statement, Nottingham Forest have won the Champions League twice. That statement is also true. And the fourth and final statement on this board was, there are more germs on a toilet seat than a car steering wheel. Scarily, that statement is false. There are more germs on a car steering wheel than on a toilet seat. Yeah, not very nice. Okay, it's time for the fourth and final board of today's show. The first statement on this board is, the moon is over 500,000 miles away from the Earth. The second statement is, there used to be a BBC Radio 12. The third statement is, Google was invented in 1996. And the fourth statement is the average person falls asleep in roughly 8 minutes. Okay, it's time to figure them out. Fact or fiction? Okay, how about some answers? The first statement was the moon is over 500,000 miles away from the Earth. That statement is false. The moon, I think, is just over 200,000 miles away from the Earth. The second statement is there used to be a BBC Radio 12. That is false. Yeah, that's false too. The third statement is Google was invented in 1996. That's true, that one. Yes, Google was invented then. And the final one, the average person falls asleep in roughly 8 minutes. It's 7 minutes. I caught you out there, so that statement is false. And that's it for episode 1 of Fact or Fiction. Join me again next week for more true or false statements.